Drainage water is another one that also can have a considerable amount of contaminants. Again, we're looking at runoff from the previous field above you upstream, or maybe multiple fields upstream. If we're in a situation where we're leaching, and drainage water is generally water that has already leached through another profile, whatever contents were in that upstream water are going to be moving down to you. If we've leached salts, there's going to be salts in it. If there's fertilizers, we're going to have fertilizers in it. If there's other chemicals, pesticides, insecticides, they're going to show up downstream. They're going to come down with the water. We are also going to get some organic critters that are going to come down there. Different weed seed and grass seed. Nematodes, little microscopic worms, and the like are going to be potentially coming down that water supply and that drainage water. So again, we really want to know what the purity of that water is so that we're not contaminating or infecting our field if we use it. Now this gets pretty sophisticated in the turf industry. And we call this recycled water, whether it's wastewater, drainage water, it's called gray water. That's the term used in industry. It's called gray water. And you get in areas where there's really a shortage of water and water costs a lot of money, they will take the wastewater from your municipality, put it through a purification plant, and then use it for irrigation on their parks, on their golf courses, and it makes an excellent source of use for that water. You know, it's good planning in as far as city planning is concerned and the like. Yes.
Is that why on some of the fountains at parks they have "this faucet's not safe to drink from" signs on them?
On a fountain in a park.
Spigots, let's say.
Oh, not a drinking, yeah. Often the question was, how do we know when this is a problem if we're in a park and sometimes it'll say, do not drink this water? Well, that's what they mean, do not drink it, because it is not pure water. It could very likely be gray water. Now the color that is used to designate that is purple. So when they put this pipe in the ground, they put purple pipe if it's gray water. So that's the color, that's the warning color. PVC pipe will be purple. They put an additive in the pipe to turn it purple. The sprinkler heads, on the top of the sprinkler head will have a purple button on it to designate that it is non-potable water. That word they use for drinking consumable is potable. P-O-T-A-B-L-E, potable. So if it is not pure water, it'll be purple, purple capped. And they can't, you know, they try never to make it so that it's truly a faucet. It has to, you'd have to have a keyway or something of that nature. They're not going to just have an open faucet that you're going to be able to use, because little kids could come up and drink out of it. So they have to be really careful how they install those non-potable water supplies when you get into those areas. But it's a great way to use all that excess water. And oftentimes the city will own the golf course or the park along with the treatment plant, and so it's all held within their own control and they can make it work. And they're inspected, I mean, they're monitored extremely carefully, because you wouldn't dare get a whole bunch of coliform bacteria out there in a park where a bunch of little kids are playing. And you golfers, you know, it's probably not a great idea to, number one, to ever pop your golf ball in your mouth when you're walking from green to tee, but about 90% of them seem to do it. But You're out there on one of those courses, you really think twice before you do it. But I mean, it's just as bad on a regular course, all the chemicals that are used. It's, you're ingesting quite a bit of gunk. Yeah, if you ever, those of you that are not golfers, it's amazing. These guys pop the ball in their mouth when they're walking from that green to the next tee. Not this cowboy. I don't do that, but yeah, that is their own human ball washer, I guess, yeah. But there's an awful lot of chemicals on the surface of the ground out on a golf course, potentially.